Boxing King Media and Association with boxer Adam Smith, a huge event for Sky this Saturday. I want to start on Adam Azim. The feeling is that you guys are trying to rush him towards becoming a pay-per-view fighter. Is that the plan?
No, not rush him to become a pay-per-view fighter. That's not the plan. What the plan is that we believe that Adam Azim is one of the great young fighters of the next generation. We want to give him high profile. We want to wrap the business around fighters like him and Lauren and Karis and Ben and Fraser and Caroline and all the sort of talent that we believe could become future box office stars. It's certainly not to rush him to become a box office star just because AJ signed up with Dazn. That's not the intention at all. This show is about it's a breakthrough show for Boxer. It's to give the young guns a real sort of showcase, to shine some light on them and to watch their development and hopefully get some momentum, get them regularly in front of eyeballs and build something for the future. So, no, I don't want to rush Adam or anyone else into to trying to become a box office fighter. It's a very difficult assignment to do that. It takes a lot of time, a lot of work. I think we've been pretty successful with it, with the likes of, Ricky Hatton and AJ and everyone sort of going through. Carl Froch, we took him late on into big box office nights. There's different ways of doing it. Adam is a man in a hurry. He's obviously very exciting, very talented, and he's bringing a lot of electricity. So let's keep him rolling on Sky Sports and let's see where we go with him.
Good stuff. And the undercard, I see there's a lot of Hennessy fighters on the show. Obviously mixed recently, obviously left Channel 5 or whatever's happened with that situation. What is the plan long term? Are you going to be working more with the Hennessy fighters?
Well, look, that's a question for Ben. Ben's the promoter, Ben Shalom, and his boxer team. I'm the broadcaster. I make sure as much as possible that we put great fights and great names on, and it's a pleasure to have Sam Eggington back on our channel. He's always given value for money. He's been very entertaining. He's a lovely guy, and I'm sure he'll do that again on Saturday night. But also it's important for us to build the future stars. We've got obviously a very good deal with Savannah Marshall and Hughie Fury and a lot of mixed fighters. So it's great to be working again in conjunction with Mick and Peter, and that's more one for Ben and how he develops that going forward. But for us, it's all about getting the best fights and fighters we can on Sky, and it's very difficult. It's a competitive time. There's a lot of money flying around. Eddie and Frank and Calais and Nisse, and there's loads of stuff happening, and they're all doing really well, and we're doing the best we can. So we'll keep doing that.
Quick response to Frank Bond's comments about Joseph Parker signing with Boxer, basically in short suggesting that he's from New Zealand, he's not British and fans won't care about him. Your response to that, Adam?
I don't say things like that, you know me. I like Joe Parker a great deal. Why did we sign him, or why did Ben sign him? Because he's a very, very good heavyweight. He'll fight anybody. He's got a great trainer in Andy Lee now. He's in part of the Tyson Fury camp. I think he's going to attract a lot of good heavyweight fights. He could easily become world heavyweight champion again, given the right path and given the right backing. And I like Joe. I've always liked Joe. I've worked with him a lot, with Dillian and with AJ, and he's always been the B side. And I think it's great that we've got the opportunity to put our arsenal behind Joe. He'll never be British. I think he is loved actually in Britain. I think he's really accepted here.
Honorary Gypsy last time I heard.
I think he's great. I think he's just a really, really good gentlemanly figure. He's a great guy, and in many ways he's like AJ was as an ambassador for Sky. And I think that he's not in the same domain as AJ. Obviously, AJ's a one-off, but I like the fact that Joe's with us. I like the fact that Fraser's with us, Tasha's with us. They're great role models. They're great people, and I like the look of the developing boxer stable in many ways. And I think Joe was important for us because he's a big heavyweight name. And as I said, I think he can attract a lot of big fights for us on Sky. And heavyweights will want to come onto the Sky platform, and we're going to get right behind Joe. I've had a very good relationship with him over the years. Spent some time with him when Tyson fought Dillian, and I'm very, very pleased that we managed to, or Ben's managed to sign him, and it's great. It's great news. And when I heard, I was straight on the phone to Joe, and he's delighted, and we're going to get right behind him.
Two quick questions. You mentioned Tasha Jonas there. There's rumours online I seen yesterday that apparently Terry Harper may be in the running to fight Hannah Rankin, moving up 4 divisions. Have you heard anything? Is there any update on Tasha versus Hannah Rankin or Harper involved?
Yeah, I commentated with Tasha the other night, speak to her regularly. Obviously, she wants the Hannah Rankin fight. I believe Hannah wants it as well. Hannah had a fantastic performance recently in Scotland in front of her beloved fans. She's wonderful as well. We'd love to see that fight. Terry Harper's another fantastic fighter and a great fighter with Dazn, and we miss her. We miss Terry, but we wish Terry well. She's great. So, look, it will be what will be. I'd love to see Tasha and Hannah on Sky, but let's see where we go. Tasha is she's like the queen, isn't she, of the young stable of female fighters we've got. And Fraser's almost like the king, and they've got they're both like captains of the troops. Tasha and Fraser have been brilliant and just almost like effortlessly coming onto almost being part of our punditry team. Tasha is part of our talent, and Fraser almost thinks he is, I think, because he's been so good when he's appeared lately. So, yeah, look, we're going to do what we can for Tasha. She's become a world champion finally, and we're going to make sure the last couple of years of her career are hopefully very financially good and profitable, and she'll continue to be a massive part of the Boxer stable and the Sky stable. She's an absolute diamond. So yeah, as much as I miss Terry, obviously my allegiance is with Tasha, and we're going to do everything we can to help Tasha thrive. She's at university loved in this sport, and we're very, very pleased to have her on Sky.
Last question, Adam, it's a two-part question. One, will you be going to AJ Usyk as a fan to watch the event as a whole? And the second part of that question is, it seems like the main reason AJ signed with Dazn was, he was given shares in Dazn. Obviously, I don't know how that works, but could that potentially work for Sky or Boxer, giving shares away in the company to sign like elite level names like AJ?
It's not my area. I don't know how it will work with Dazn. You have to ask the Dazn team, Joe Markowski and the guys, how that works. I don't know. I know AJ was like an ambassador for us at Sky. And a brilliant one, a real role model, and I'm sure he'll be that for Dazn. I'm sure he'll be fantastically successful, and if he's got parts of the business, then great, good luck to him. It's not an area that I know too much about, or it's not really in my remit. I want to make sure that we continue to give the best boxing on Sky that we can. We're in a rebuilding process with a fantastic young entrepreneurial promoter in Ben Shalom, with a terrific team of Top Rank and Todd DeBurf as well, giving us fantastic action from both overseas and here. Look, we wish AJ well. Where will I be watching the fight? I'm on holiday. I'll be hopefully in America. We haven't been for a while, so as a family, so that looks like where we are on August the 20th. So I guess I'll be finding a way to get Dazn, or whoever carries it in this, or Dazn will carry it in the States. And I think it's not been announced who's carrying it here, but I think I'm likely to be in America on that day. So I'll be watching. I'll be watching intently, wishing them both well, and obviously gutted not to be there in person commentating on it, but sometimes that happens.
Adam, thank you so much for your time. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I appreciate you giving up your time.
No problem at all. Cheers.